I'm going to call to order the City Council meeting for the City of Rainbow City for Monday, April 13th, 2026. I'm going to ask Brother Gary Cardwell if he'll lead us in invocation, be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you stand?
Let's pray. Lord, as this council meeting is called to order, thank you for the opportunity to transact items of business that concern our communities and how to better meet the needs and prosper our beautiful city. Again, we appreciate the hard work and dedication of our mayor, each council member, as well as legal counsel and our city clerk. May they continue their work with your wisdom, and professionalism. We're also grateful for each city department and personnel as they continue to provide needed services for our communities. As always, we greatly appreciate our police and fire departments, which provide needed services to all of our residents, schools, churches, and businesses. Also, a great appreciation for all law enforcement agency dispatchers, as this week they are recognized as a vital part of all first responder teams. In Christ's name I do pray. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you turn your cell phones to off or vibrate position, we would appreciate it. I'm going to ask Beth Lee if she'll do a roll call.
Jerry Ramsey.
Here.
Randy Weiss.
Here.
Jeff Prince.
Here.
Jamison Jenkins.
Here.
Clark Hopper.
Here.
Mayor Taylor.
Here. Number 5 is approve the minutes of the regular meeting of March 23rd of 2026. And I'd entertain a motion that we do so.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 6 is memorandum of understanding between the City of Rainbow City and Riverview Regional Medical Center effective March 1st, 2026 for a term of 5 years. The purpose of this MOU is to establish a cooperative framework for providing an alternate care site between the parties to enhance mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery should an emergency or disaster deem Riverview Regional Medical Center unsafe for staff, patients, or visitors. And I'd entertain a motion that you allow me to sign that memorandum of understanding.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 7 is personnel changes, be to accept the retirement of Eric Entrican, Recreation Department effective June 1st of 2026. Accept the resignation of Carla Phillips in the Revenue Department effective Thursday, April 16th of 2026. To post for a full-time Assistant City Clerk. To hire Savannah Knighton in the Recreation Department effective Friday, April 24th of 2026. And then also to post for an additional recreation position for 10 days, and that would go to, what date would that be, Beth?
I'll tell you, Mayor.
It would be for 10 days,
23rd.
the 23rd.
Let's do 24. Let's send it on Friday.
Be April 24th on Friday. And I'd ask that we pass all those personnel changes as a whole.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 8 is a public hearing for retail beer -050 off premises only and retail table wine -070 off premises only for the license for Rainbow City Food Mark LLC located at 3815 Rainbow Drive. And is there, do we need to do the?
We need
to do a public, is there anyone that'd like to speak for or against this? Anyone for or against? Have to ask 3 times. Is anyone for or against this retail license off premises? Not hearing any, I would entertain a motion that we pass this.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 9 is proclamation number 26-02, and that's for the Southside High School Junior Varsity Scholars Bowl team. They are our state champions, and we'll start that out with a little bit of this.
Whereas the Southside High School Junior Varsity Scholars Bowl team competed in the Alabama Scholastic Competitions Junior Varsity State Tournament held on Friday, March 6, 2026 at Wallace State Community College. And whereas the team demonstrated exceptional academic excellence, discipline, and teamwork by competing in 7 preliminary rounds and finishing undefeated. And whereas the team advanced to the championship finals, where they secured victory in 2 additional rounds against Hoover High School and Gadsden City High School. And whereas through their outstanding performance, the Southside High School Junior Varsity Scholars Bowl team achieved an undefeated record and earned the title of state champions in the JV 6A/7A division. And whereas Scholars Bowl is a rigorous academic competition that tests students' knowledge across a wide range of subjects including science, literature, fine arts, music, mathematics, history, geography, mythology, religion, and current events requiring both mental stamina and quick recall. And whereas participants answered approximately 700 questions during a single tournament, demonstrating extraordinary focus, preparation, and collaboration. And whereas the team members have exhibited remarkable dedication and achievement, including Russ McGlawn, 9th grade, top scoring individual player, averaging over 130 points per game. Tyler Vincent, 9th grade, team captain. Landon Gerard, 10th grade. Will McGlawn, 9th grade. Whereas special recognition is due to coach and sponsor Mrs. Michelle Sanders for her unwavering commitment, leadership, and countless hours devoted to guiding and supporting these students. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Mayor and Council of the City of Rainbow City hereby recognize and congratulates the Southside High School Junior Varsity Scholars Bowl team for their outstanding achievement and championship victory, and commends them for bringing pride and honor to their school and community. In witness thereof, I hereunto set my hand and affix the corporate city seal of the City of Rainbow City, this the 13th day of April, 2026.
That's awesome. If you guys want to come up here, we'd like to get a photo with you, you and your coach as well.
And the trophy.
Yeah, and the trophy. Gotta have the trophy.
Plural.
Well, they've added a trophy because of the varsity, they competed on Friday,
Yep.
and they were runners up in the state. So,
Ready? 1, 2.
Thank y'all. Hey, good job. Russ,
you want to say a few words to the council?
don't mind saying a few words? They put you on the spot.
Thank you guys. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you. It's not just the junior varsity. Varsity state was last Friday, and we got second place as well. So several of these guys also competed at varsity, and couldn't have done without them. Couldn't have done it without Miss Sanders, and my mom was back there too. So thank you to you guys. Thank you to the council members and Mayor Taylor for supporting us, and we're gonna make y'all proud and do it again next year, and doing it nationals in May too.
There you go.
There
That's
you go.
awesome.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are going to next month?
Yes,
You're
sir.
going to nationals? Okay.
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta. Gotcha. Okay, I think this council has intent to do something for you.
Matter of fact, Mayor, I'll bring it up right now. I would like to make a recommendation that we give the Scholar Bowl team $1,000 to go toward their fees and their hotel stay and help whatever way they can use it for.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor by saying aye? Aye. Any opposed? There's your $1,000, Russ. Go get them.
Go.
Hey, that's a good job, man.
Speech, Russ.
That's $1,000 speech. You don't get very many of those. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank y'all so much for coming. It's always good to recognize our students. You know, we get to recognize a lot of things, but knowing that this is our future, so we're very thrilled to have you guys, and especially have you inside our council meeting. Any of the rest of you guys want to talk, or did Russ do a good enough job? I don't think you're going to get any more money. You're not gonna get any more money. So go ahead and get that straight. But we do appreciate you being here. Number 10 is the recognition for our Explorer program, and Lieutenant Jason Higgins and Chief Camp Yancey is gonna come up and present them with something and give us just some information on what those guys have been up to lately.
Yeah, so we just wanted to come and highlight our Explorer posts. Have been very, very busy the past few months, and Jason's actually going to fill you guys in on everything they've been doing and what they've accomplished. But just for me personally, thank you so much for representing the city and all the things that you've represented us in. You've made us very proud. There's a lot of people that talk about our Explorer post and the way it's grown, and there's no doubt that it is, it's you guys for participating in it, and it's also, we're very thankful for all of our advisors in it too. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of people involved. It takes a lot of people to care to do this. So, Jason? Yeah.
Thank you, Chief.
I just want to say thank you to the mayor and council and Chief Yancey for the support with the kids. Without that, we wouldn't have been able to do any of this. But the post has been going active for just over a year and a half now. And in that time, we've got 28 active members that show up just about every Thursday for our meetings. In January, we had a competition in Calera where the first time we went, we only had 2 teams of 2 people. This year, we had 3 teams of 4. So in that, one of the teams won first place in unknown problems, which ended up being like a mental health crisis, dealing with someone that might be a little crazy and all that. Out of teams from Calera, Hoover, Georgia cadet programs, they got first place out of that. In that competition, there was 8 different scenarios: burglary in progress, arrest, search, traffic stops, domestic violence, DUI, traffic stops, and active shooter. And in that, they placed pretty well, within the top 10 of the groups there. So in February, we had 7 of them go to Gatlinburg to the regional competition, where there was 45 law enforcement Explorer posts there that they competed against. This past Law Enforcement Memorial, they led the Pledge of Allegiance. That was the first time that had been done at the memorial. There were also door greeters, at the beginning of it. They have helped with the drone show and Boo Fest. They do an outstanding job with that. They act very professional out there, dealing with the public, dealing with parking and all that. This past Saturday, we were asked by the FOP for them to lead the Pledge of Allegiance at their state meeting that they had in Gadsden at the venue. They did an excellent job with that. We were also asked by Attala Police Department to help with the funeral services of the city council member Bob Cross. So we were able to get some there. They were door greeters. They helped, since it was bad weather, helped walk people to and from their cars, umbrellas and all that. They do a great job. They come in, they learn. We only meet for 2 hours every Thursday night, so we don't have a lot of time. But when we are here, they get down, they start learning, they're catching on, and they put in the work. And with these events coming up and spur of the moment things, we don't have a shortage of getting help from them. Mm-hmm. So they do a lot of work, and we wouldn't be able to do that unless it was for advisors too. Sergeant Pell does an outstanding job. He helps out tremendously along with the other advisors that we have. So
we appreciate it.
So I think we're going to get a picture with y'all. We actually got our first place trophy that they brought back home to Rainbow City.
Oh, nice.
So I think we're going to hop in and get a picture with y'all too. Y'all come on up. Pale, come on up.
come on.
Yeah, while you guys come up, I just have to say to Jason, I think it's been about 4.5 years ago when you came to me and said you're very interested in starting an Explorer unit, and I thought it was the craziest idea I'd ever seen. And then starting at the very first meeting that we had, seeing that kind of involvement and then seeing you grow this program, just want you to know that myself and this council, we're very, very proud of what you're doing, Jason. It means the world. And, having the opportunity to see these guys ply their trade, it's been special. I just promise you that. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate you doing that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Y'all come back this way. Come back this way. You gotta make it cozy.
Squeeze that over.
There you go.
Act like you like each other.
Bill, do you want to get a picture? I can take it.
All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, guys. Thank y'all. We appreciate it. Thank you. Oh,
Hang on, go back. Get yours.
we're gonna jump in here and do it again.
Squeeze in, squeeze in.
Thank you. We do appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
And I've got to say to Chief Yancey, one of the things that we find out is that every time we do something additional that goes out and reaches out to the community, it causes more burden for our police department. This has been one of the programs that is not burdensome. I mean, these guys take so much pressure off of us. I can always speak to the drone show where they were absolute professionals, and it was just good to have them out there mixing it up with our community. And then to see them at the funeral, it was a big time. As a matter of fact, Beth came in the next day and said that one of our Explorer officers actually carried her out to her car, by having an umbrella with them. And just that care for our community is what we were looking for. And in that, I appreciate you too, Chief. We'll move down to number 11. It's a donation request for the Rainbow City Crimson Panthers. And what would be the pleasure of the council?
Mayor, I'd just like to talk about this for 1 second. Their treasurer, Rochelle Lowe, reached out to us. These funds are going to be used for a very good cause. Part of the usage of those funds will be for some potential players who otherwise would not have an opportunity to participate in that. I think it's a very worthy cause, and I'd like to make a motion that we make a donation in the amount of $1,000.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, I appreciate that. Number 12 is departmental reports. I will bring just a little report for Kenneth Payne. He couldn't be here tonight, but our Lions Club Pancake Day was Saturday, and it was an absolute raging success. Kenneth will be in and give more detail to that. But I have to say again to another group of people, and that's our Leos from over at Southside High School. They showed up and they worked diligently, as well as our Boy Scout troop here. And those guys keep our place clean and just allow for us to be able to roll people in and out and just have a really good community experience there as well. Myself and Jeff Prince and Jameson Jenkins, along with Randy Vice Clark and Jerry, we were all here to make sure that the community not only gets to see us, but see us work, which is rare to ever see Jameson work like that. And I think that's just one of those things that, you want to see it happen. And we got to see that Saturday. But we do appreciate the Lions Club and all that they do for our community. Is there any other departmental reports? Anyone got anything? Cody, I see you in the back there. You good? What about you, Philip? Do you want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the recreation department? Don't mean to put you on the spot, but I did.
Well, of course, right?
Yeah, that's right. We know that we're moving towards a tentative date of opening up our new recreation center, and Philip can cover that just a little bit. It's looking like mid to late May that we'll actually do a ribbon cutting on that rec center. Between now and then, we'll start putting out what we believe the cost to run, and we're going to be hiring employees. So just watch our website for those kind of things. But go ahead.
You did a great job. Thank you. I appreciate it. He said it best, is a couple of weeks out, or I say a couple of weeks potentially, with a substantial completion and us being able to move forward and put out the information that, everybody is asking for, the pricing and all the fun stuff with that. So track project on the backside for inside that for the track team and all that is moving along really, really well. So weather finally fit to be able to move product in and out. So hopefully here, the next, 6 weeks or so, that's done as well, or at least closer to being completed as we move along. So everything is moving along really, really well. So hopefully by, late May, early June, that most of these projects are completed.
Well, talk a little bit about our conversion over to turf. I
So,
know you had a big weekend this
Yes,
past.
sir. It was a huge weekend. So we were finally able to use all 7 fields for a tournament to bring people inside the city. We had about 14 games on the backside. I know it don't have anything to do with turf, but just as far as recreation is concerned overall, we had about 14 soccer games. That was competitive play, if you will. Then we had all of our rec leagues playing in here with Coosa Soccer, and then using all 7 of our turf conversion fields or whatever. So as far as recreation was concerned this weekend, big weekend Sunday, we had the kite festival that was there that brought in probably several hundred. I don't know that
just
final
shy of
number.
1,000. They had to count
Okay,
at
just a
about
little,
900.
about 900 people being able to use that just in different facilities. We think of recreation as kind of like sports with football or something like that, but recreation is not necessarily that. Particularly, kite festival and things like that, bringing everybody in as well. So very, very nice weekend as far as recreation was concerned. And thank you guys for what you have put into us so that we'll be able to make what we have better and be able to do any kind of events basically within reason now. So thank you guys very much for that.
We appreciate it. We appreciate what you guys do. Is there any other departmental reports? I will say, just kind of as a lead into probably what will happen at our next meeting, our animal control is winning awards, y'all. We have the #1 shelter in Etowah County again, and just knowing how these people care for animals and take care of our community is pretty special. And I just want to thank them now, but we'll also bring them forward in our next meeting just so that they can receive that award. But it's always good, and I'm very, very grateful to know that we have people that are caring for these animals and being able to put them out to foster. And that's what they're doing very, very well. Anyone else as far as our reports? I'll move on to, we've got some recreation equipment and the surplus and animal control and number 13, and I'd ask that I'd entertain a motion that we go ahead and put those to surplus.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? That list can also be found on our website if you'd be interested in any surplus items. And I'll move on to any public comments. Is there anyone here that has a public comment? Yes, ma'am.
Hey y'all, I'm Gina Ann Campbell. I live in Whiteley Meadows here in Rainbow City. I've been a Rainbow City person for almost a year now, and I am so grateful to Mr. Mayor and all of y'all for making sure that Whiteley Meadows got built for us seniors out there, and it's for 62 plus, so we don't have any little ones running around, and that's very calming to not have 2-year-olds running around very much. And I have to brag on the police and the fire and the ambulance people. We had an emergency at Whiteley Meadows. I woke up, I was watching the morning news, and I hear this noise. I don't know what's going on. There's 2 policemen across the street kicking in my neighbor's door. So I get my clothes on, run over there and be the nurse that I used to be. And I know straight away she hasn't had a stroke, but something's wrong. And the policemen are waiting on the fireman, and I'm checking her out for a stroke, and it was not a stroke, so we were delighted at that. But the policemen were so bewildered, they didn't know what was going on. She was on the floor, and what do? Well, you pick her up and get her sitting up and put her shoes on. Her daughter's coming, which they did not know. And she was refusing the ambulance because we knew her daughter was coming. And her daughter took her to St. Vincent's to her own doctor, who let her come home that night as long as Angie stayed with her. But those policemen were they were doing their best to get in there. I hope if I'm ever laying on the floor that they're there kicking in my door. And I deeply appreciate, the police, fire, and emergency responders and the ambulance people. Even if they get refused, there's good reasons behind it. And I can't say enough thank yous for y'all getting that place built for us and for having the police and fire so quickly respond to us up there. Most of us live alone, And we don't have anybody close except you guys, and it's just a blessing to be there. And I can't say enough thank yous for all y'all getting it here for us. And for, I don't know where Camp Yancey went, but, so many thanks to the police and fire and first responders for responding like they do to us.
Yes, ma'am.
It is very appreciative, and I thank all of you. And Beth, you do such a great job. I appreciate what you do too. Y'all have a good evening, and God bless you.
Yes, ma'am, we appreciate your kind words.
Thank you.
I'll move on to, anyone else from the public? I'll move on to council comments, and we'll start with Mr. Hopper.
All right. Thank everybody for coming. Just a few things. Very proud of the Scholar Bowl group. I actually, out of my 3 boys, I actually had one that was smart enough to do that. I just wasn't smart enough to help him. When he gave an answer, all I said is, if you say so. That's the answer. You say so, that's the answer.
I think I heard some amens out there.
Hey, I do not deny my shortcuts. But it's very proud for what you guys did, especially at your age. And like I said earlier, I understood you finished runner-up against the varsity high school. So that's even more impressive that you went with someone that's 4 years older than you in some cases. Explorers team. That, guys, I'm telling you, we've got, 28. And that's amazing. I'm kind of like the mayor when I first heard it, because, I was a guest at PD for 30 years. They did multiple efforts to do an Explorers program there. It never stuck. Y'all been doing it, what, a couple years now, easily? But it's also a tribute, just how many of y'all can drive. That means mom and daddy's got to bring you. And sometimes we forget that. So that's also, we want to give a shout out to the parents. Thank you for bringing your children and letting them come here and help us out in this city. And last, all I'm going to say is, since we brought up money with the football team, if you got a child that is able to play A, B, or C team, or cheer, or dance line, don't take them across the river. We got a good program here. We're trying to get them to grow, and we would like for you to join the Crimson Panthers. Thanks, sir.
Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll start with Pancake Day. It was a great day. Mayor Taylor was 30 minutes late, but that's okay. He needs his beauty sleep, a little more of it. He did cook pancakes once he finally got there, and we confirmed that he will not be leaving the mayor's office to open a restaurant, as he once hoped. That dream's gone. I do want to say, I kind of want to group 2 things together with our Explorer program and with Scholars Bowl. So when you talk to these kids, you think about the things that they're accomplishing, right, with Explorers. We talk about all these traffic stops and DUIs and competitions and first places and all these things they do. With Scholars Bowl, we talk about them accomplishing all these things, bringing home trophies in both situations with both of these groups. But I just want to say, when you talk to these kids, and I know a lot of credit goes to parents, and I'm not taking away from parents at all, but when you talk to these kids, it is evident that there are adults in their lives outside of their home that are investing in them. And it is evident in the way that they treat people, the way that they talk, the way that they communicate. If you could see the way that these kids talk in our Explorer group text, the way that they make sure that they let somebody know, hey, I just found out I'm not going to be able to make it on Thursday. I mean, they're teaching them a lot more than what's at the surface. And I just want to say to all of those adults in both of those groups that we really appreciate the way that you invest in the young lives that are our future in our city. And that's all I have.
Mr. Prince.
Got a pretty big list tonight.
Surprising.
Since Councilman Jenkins has already roasted you on the Pancake Day, I'm gonna lay off of that one.
Thank you.
Because I got there just a few minutes before you did, so. I did get that text at 5:45, are we coming?
All right.
It started at 6, so a.m., that is. In all seriousness, Scholars Bowl, couldn't be more proud of you guys. Not just for being smart and winning trophies, but how you conduct and act, along with what Councilman Jenkins said, how you represent our cities, both us and Southside, is amazing, and we appreciate you guys very much and glad to help you out. the Explorer program, and I'll echo what the mayor said earlier. Jason Higgins, thank you so much for this idea. It's worked out better, I think, than anybody could ever have imagined. Last year, just last year at the drone show, watching those young men and women, how professional they acted, I was really kind of scared at one point. They might have real handcuffs and might put me in cuffs and throw me in the back of the squad car. But no, they took care of things, and you didn't have to ask them to go do the trial. They were asking, what can we do? And in both cases with the Scholars Bowl and the Explorers, anytime you see young people acting like that, it's very refreshing, I'll say that. So thank you for all that y'all do too. Touch real quick, the Recreation Department's doing great things. We're glad that we've been able to do a few things in Rainbow City this past year with the fields, the new recreation center that will be opening soon. There's a lot of excitement, and we're getting a lot of questions about what's going on with the rec center and this and that. I promise you, we didn't come this far and build something not to make it a very successful program. So we are super excited for that to open. And lastly, I just want to reiterate something that was brought up probably at the last council meeting. May the 8th, the Challenger Learning Center of Northeast Alabama will be having their grand opening. And if you have not had an opportunity to see that, you can call some of us and we can get you in over there to take a look at it. But I'd encourage everyone that can to come to that grand opening. There are going to be dignitaries there from Montgomery and most likely Washington, D.C. So that thing is scary how cool that thing is. We got to see some of the kids going back and forth, doing some training on that. Made me feel not quite as smart as I thought I was, I'll put it that way. So, but there's just so much positivity going on, and we thank you guys for coming out tonight. And that's all I have, Mayor.
I think you have one more thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do. Thank you.
Oh, one more.
Oh, yeah.
Shocker.
Oh, yeah.
Shocker. Another thought.
Senior moment.
Thank you, Mayor. The United Way of Federal County is having a golf tournament benefiting the 211 First Call for Help. This will be on June 26, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. at Robert Trent Jones Silver Lakes. And I would like to make a motion that we sponsor a 4-man team in the amount of $400.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Mr. Ramsey.
I want to start out by thanking all the city workers for the incredible work they do to keep Rainbow City the best city in this county. So thank you all for that. Thank the police department for helping out at the 5K. I went to that, and they were on it. It was a great event this weekend. Since we got them here tonight, I want to go ahead and thank the Medlins sitting right here in the front row. I work with them in a couple of nonprofits, and they some of the hardest working people I've had the opportunity to serve with. So thank y'all for being here. Thank Lieutenant Higgins for all the work he is doing with Explorer Post and the kids and the parents that allow them to be a part of that. So thank y'all for that. I see Ms. Sanders sitting back there. I want to thank her for all the work she does for the Scholars program. My daughter has worked in that before, and Ms. Sanders is dedicated. I've got to go to a lot of those events, and these are some of the best kids. And I see the McGlons right here. Man, watching y'all over the years has been incredible. So thank y'all for staying with that. Tyler, who's also works with us in nonprofits, you know, he dedicates a lot of his time. He's a great kid. And right here, Daniel Sims sitting up front. I've got to see him compete all over the place in spelling bees and in the Scholars. And he recently scored in the top 10% of the PSATs. For, you know, it's an incredible accomplishment. He's got a bright future ahead of him. So That's all I wanted to do. Just thank everybody for showing up, and thank y'all for everything y'all do.
Thank you. Mr. Vice?
Well, I'll try to be brief, because a lot of people have said a lot of things that I was going to say, and that's great. But I also just want to shout out all of our young people. The Scholars Bowl team, y'all are amazing, both the varsity and the JV. I know a lot of you kids overlap. I know Jerry and I won trivia the other night, and I think you guys might have given us a run for our money. But you guys did a great job, and we really appreciate what you do representing our school. The Explorers, again, you represent the city, your families, and the schools that you come from. We really appreciate all that you do. Also, I want to echo what was said about Ms. Sanders. I see how hard she works every morning, and thank you so much for what you do, and all the parents and staff that help you with that. It is absolutely amazing to see what young people are doing today. They get such a bum rap. You know, when schools sponsor things like Wear Blue for mental health or Wear Purple for something, it's the teachers that forget. The students show up in force, and that says a lot. I mean, I'm not bashing the teachers, but the point is, these kids take leadership and do the things that make us proud of them, and really appreciate all that you guys do. Regarding the city, Eric and Carl, I know Carl is retiring as well as Mr. Entrican, and they did so much for our city. And Savannah, welcome on board. We're excited about that. As we continue to grow, we'll continue to bring more people into our city family. We're super excited about that. You know, watching the Artemis mission this last week, the splashdown and things like that, I'm 61 years old. And you know, part of me says we're still doing it the same way, but it was so cool. And I truly enjoyed watching that, and I hope the young people were engaged in that too, because we have the greatest country in the world. And so much of that comes from the state of Alabama. And it's not just within the city limits of Huntsville. I think we all know people that drive there to work. And what we're able to accomplish, it's a great place to live, a great state, a great city, and a great community. Mayor Taylor and Philip already mentioned the Kite Festival. Next year, come out and watch that. That is an amazing thing. The mayor and I were there, and like you said, there was over 900 people and tons of support staff. The rec department did a great job. I saw the police making patrols, and I know just the logistics involved in all that. We really appreciate all you do. And again, that's why we're a city of progress. You drive through Rainbow City on any weekend, and our population goes from over 10,000 to probably closer to 17,000 for those 2 or 3 days. And other than a city like Tuscaloosa or Auburn, that's pretty doggone impressive. And I guarantee you, percentage more than any other city, probably within 100 miles of here. And I appreciate the infrastructure that it takes, street and sanitation, all of those things. Without that, we couldn't do those things. And it's an honor to serve the people and the citizens of Rainbow City. And I appreciate you guys giving me that opportunity. Thank you.
RSVP free tax services provided at the community center each Wednesday and Thursday from 11:30 to 3:30. The last day will be April 15th, 2026. Friday, April 17th, the ribbon cutting for scooters at 9:30 a.m. Friday, April 17th, the ribbon cutting for Birmingham Heart Clinic located at 524 West Grand Avenue will be at 12 o'clock p.m. Sunday, April 19th is the historic walk, and that's the Voices of the Past at Old Harmony Cemetery beginning at 2 p.m. Saturday, April 25th, Rainbow City Cleanup Day to begin at 8 a.m. at City Hall, and hot dogs will be served. Monday and Wednesday, the farmers market begins on Wednesday, May 6, 2026, from 7 a.m. till noon. On May 9th, there will be a Mother's Day market. Friday, May 8th, grand opening for the Challenger Center of Northeast Alabama at 11 a.m. Tuesday, May 19th, 2026, the primary election. We'll have one voting location for the first time in Rainbow City in I don't know how long, but just know that that will be at our new recreation center at 300 Lumley Road. Sample ballots are available in the city clerk's office. Just make sure that you make that note, that if you're right now voting either at our community center or down at our fire station in Riddles Bend, those polling places have been centralized to our new recreation center. It was not our decision, but it is a decision that I can strongly support based on the fact that we were able to centralize that location down at our new rec center and be able to accommodate people in a better way. and we would ask that you would just cooperate with us. It's going to be a little bit of a change, but I think it's going to be a change that'll be good for our city. As far as the Scholars Bowl, these guys show up every time. It's kind of funny because since I became mayor, I've been watching this same group of guys just continue to excel. And then I think I may have said enough about the Explorer unit. They're a big part of this city, and they really help us so much when it comes to public events. And that's a point of pride for us, and I promise you that. This past week, we had Congressman Rogers here. Congressman Rogers is our District 3 congressman. He's the chairman of the Armed Services Committee, and spent the day in Rainbow City coming by to check and talk to. We had a mayor's roundtable to talk to our elected officials, our county commission, and our sheriff, just to make sure that we're all on the same sheet of music and that we're getting every opportunity we can to bring the taxpayers' dollars back from Washington, D.C. back into our city. And I think we're doing a really good job in doing that. Just have to say, I guess to echo the comments, and I think there's been enough said, we appreciate what we're allowed to do up here. It's a privilege to be the mayor, and for me, it's not only to represent the people that put us into office, that trust us to be your guiding way, but it has more to do with our employees than you could ever imagine. We have the best employees and the best associates that I could ever ask for. All I do is just stand up in my office and know that everything's going to be taken care of, because we have an absolute core of great employees. And with that, I'd entertain a motion that we adjourn. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it.